Alright, we're back with learning Arduino with me. This is going to be episode 3. Hopefully we get to do lessons 7, 8, and 9. I'm aiming for 3 lessons every time. And if you want to just sit and listen to me talk random nonsense, then happily watch. If not, and you actually want to learn Arduino, then go into my description and check out the playlist that I'm linking down here. You'll see all 100 videos made by Paul McCorder, and if you're interested in seeing what I do with this channel later on, maybe subscribe, and I'll see y'all then. Okay, so he's ending his video right now, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to go over this one. He literally went over how to add, subtract, long multiplication, and then long division. Ignore the pen on my hands. I was trying to like clean, not clean. I was trying to swap out um my pen because it wasn't like fully functioning. So actually, I'm gonna go wash that off real quick. Um, yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Okay, yeah, no. So he did a lot of like addition, subtraction, long division, and long multiplication, and this is like for coding and stuff like that, which is not something I ever see myself being good at. Like I understand the original like binary, how it's like switches and things like that, which I mentioned in the last episode, but this one I'm gonna struggle with, and I don't see myself doing a lot of more like of the binary. Like I'm gonna watch them, I'm gonna take notes and stuff like that, and see if I can get myself to understand. But I don't see myself going over them with you guys a lot, and I apologize for that. Again, as I say in all my videos, his playlist is gonna be and I'm gonna add him in my description and every video for this, and go ahead and watch it, see if you can understand it. You probably would do better than I am. But yeah, so I'm gonna move on to the next one. I apologize. This just is like, yeah. Okay, so he just told us that we are gonna go back to the actual like, no, wrong way, the actual like coding over here. Why? This. Um, sorry, it's like backwards. It's weird. Um, but yeah, so we're going back to that. And we're gonna go back to our SOS message. So I might pull up. Actually, no, I'll just rewrite it. I think because that'll be fine. Um, yeah, we're gonna learn variables. Sorry, I'm like, my brain's not working right now. We're gonna learn variables and I guess learn how to make it better, which is like pretty cool. So yeah. Okay, while he's talking, so we were just rewriting the whole SOS um program again. Oh, teacher, I forgot the yeah. All right, so that'll delay a whole second. Um. Okay, so apparently for the variable part, um, like let's say if okay, so here I'm gonna use the example he used. If I re, can you huh? Oh, there you go. Okay, you couldn't see my mouse. That was weird. Okay, so if I re-upload this code to it, watch the LED. You see how it like does its own thing? So that could get confusing, considering we're doing Morse code, the SOS message. So he's basically saying, and that only happens because for pin 13, that's the specific pin to show, oh, you're actually downloading something, because it copies this orange light on the actual Arduino. So he said, for example, we should have probably used like pin 8 instead of pin 13. Well, what if this was 1,000 lines of code? I would have to go through rewriting all of that, yada yada, and it would just take forever. So you can set up a variable, but when you're setting up, or and so like, let's say, I don't know, I'll explain that part after once he goes over it because I'm worried about explaining the wrong thing. But the variable part goes above the void setup because it's supposed to be a like world, not world, yeah, a worldly like variable. So it's supposed to go throughout your entire code, throughout the entire thing, and both the void setup and the void loop. Did not need to hit that. Okay. So I know I was just talking about like not rewriting all of the individual 13s, but he had us do that because I guess it's the wrong way. And he wants us to appreciate the like shorter way or whatever. Um, but when I upload the code now, since we're not in pin 13, you see the orange light is on, but the LED was off. And that's just to help it make it less confusing, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so little stop here. Um we just like replaced all of these. So like we replaced the number 13 with the red pin. We replaced all of the 50s that were in the first three dit. We replaced those with dit, and then we replaced the long like 500s for the medium for the longer pauses on the light. We replaced those with daw, and then the delay, which was 1,000, we replaced it with end wait. I'm just doing what he's doing, but that way we are able to set it all up up here in the variables, because if it's not a specific number, you can easily change a variable, which is how, let's say, because we were in 8 originally, so if I upload that, and it's doing its thing, and now all of a sudden it's not working. That's because we were in 3, but I move over to 8, and it's functioning now. So that's honestly like not 83. That's honestly the big thing about variables, is it makes it like so much easier to switch things around and stuff like that, which honestly is really smart. And yeah. So back, I'm gonna go over the new things we learned. So int, integer, whatever you want to call it, is basically used for like whole numbers. So or all rounded numbers. Float does the exact same thing integer does, except it is used for decimals or all the in between numbers. Char, or character, is how you like set up a variable as a specific character. So like my initial is J. A string does the same thing character does, but instead you use or you can use a full like word or multiple words or whatever. So like my name is James, or you could do like your last name or whatever. For character, you do 1 comma on each side. For the string, you do double commas or quotes or whatever. And yeah. Okay, I don't have a lot of time to do all this right now, like on camera. So his homework was, he wants us to take a green LED, which is, I love that we're actually going to use one that isn't red. But he wanted us to take a green LED and make it blink 5 times fast, and take a red LED and blink it like, no, sorry, green LED 10 times fast, red LED 5 times slow. So I might do that, and there might be like a little clip of it, or I might just do it like in my free time or whatever. And he wants it to be all variable code, no numbers, other than in this like part where the actual variables are. But yeah, I'm gonna just go to the next video because, like I said, I want this to be as short as possible for y'all. Yeah. Okay, so it's not a new one of these parts. I thought he was talking about, where is it? I don't know where it is, but there's this part that like is a screen basically, and I'm pretty sure you can print actual words onto it and stuff. That's the PIR motion sensor. It's not that. I don't like how it like sticks out. It might actually be this. I don't know. I'll have to look later. But yeah, no, so he's just going to show us like a why am I blanking? He's going to show us how to I know what I'm trying to say. Oh, he's going to show us like how to print whatever the information is from here onto your actual computer screen. So I might have to add that into this. But yeah, let's actually watch this video instead of me just talking. Okay, I don't know what's going on. So he's like running through a bunch of this stuff, and for some reason it's just not working for me. Like, these are very clearly not numbers. I just don't know what is different for me. Because I have the same thing that he does in all of this. How do you clear that out? Oh, okay, there we go. So hold on, what if I do this again? Okay, so there was a lot there. Um, we learned how to open the serial monitor, which is this whole thing, which is this button right here. And it's what I was originally talking about, like printing the actual words on, which is what this has been the entire time. So going back to the float and the string and the integer from the last one we just watched, we brought in all those a bunch of times, and seeing like how they turn into things. We did multiplication, which was the asterisk. I think that's what it's called. Asterisks. I don't know. We also did like adding them. I'm not gonna talk a lot about it because honestly, it's a lot, and I am low-key confused, and I'm gonna do a lot of stuff on my own between this and my next video. So yeah, same thing with his homework that he's about to give. Um, but even if this one was like a little more boring than the rest of them, I do appreciate anybody who's been watching it, and just following along with me, learning and trying to teach myself how to do things. Not teach myself, but Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here because my brain is a little fried after the first one and then this one. So thank you guys for watching. Um, maybe think about subscribing if you're interested, or if you're an engineer and want to help me learn slash like help me in my process of becoming a mechanical engineer. So yeah, I'm gonna head out. I hope you all have an amazing day.